So, little thing happening on the internet here, guys. We've got a video I made yesterday talking about the Genshin Impact boycott upsetting a lot of people on Twitter.com. Like, if you were to look up Hirohei on Twitter right now, you'd see like thousands of angry tweets about that video. It's great. Like, here's someone trying to do some ritual chant or something. I don't really know what's going on here. This one's by far the worst, though. Like, calling me a femboy. What the heck? I'm not a femboy. That's so messed up. Those are just a few examples. And one tweet in particular that seemed to have like the most likes, getting all mad at my video, well, unfortunately, that person has since deleted the entire tweet. Probably because they didn't like how more and more people were responding to their tweet, pointing out how I'm actually right about the stuff I was saying in my video. Here's another example. Someone saying, if you watch the video, I think he makes some great points that we can learn from to ensure this boycott works. I know you guys don't like him, but he does make very great and real points in that video. There was also a tweet from Cinna responding to the person who deleted their tweet, where Cinna essentially agrees with some of the points I made, not all of them, but some of them. And hey, fair stuff. No one has to agree with everything I say. And if you go to our Genshin meme pact, some of the top posts are memeing on these boycotters for the exact same reasons that I pointed out, like the contacting your local politicians thing that they were advising people to do. Or like this meme, for example, it goes back to what I was saying yesterday about how these people on Twitter claim to be a part of a boycott against Hoyoverse, but then in reality, they don't actually boycott anything. They keep playing Hoyoverse games. The point here is that while there's a lot of angry people on Genshin Twitter, the majority of the player base can see through the performative activism. Now let's go back to this tweet with over 9,000 likes. It says, imagine being such a pathetic grifter that every time people from underrepresented cultures rightfully speak about wanting the bare minimum respect for their culture, you make a video out of it while you are not from any of the cultures simply to make profit out of the whole thing. And it's like, well, none of that addresses the fact that I was actually giving advice to make the boycott better. If these people are serious about wanting to boycott Hoyoverse, why would they get mad about me suggesting that they actually learn from their past failures, that being the prior Genshin boycotts that have all completely flopped, completely failed, and that they should start improving their strategies and actually boycott the game, stop playing the game, instead of this performative activism nonsense. But no, instead of taking that very reasonable and fair advice, they want to get all mad and like freak out about the video, saying stuff that I wasn't even saying and sending a bunch of death threats and whatnot, you know, classic Genshin Twitter stuff. Let me address their main counterpoint too, which is that they say that they can keep playing Genshin Impact and or Hoyoverse games and still boycott them by simply being free to play. And that that's not supporting Hoyoverse, when in fact, they are supporting Hoyoverse even if they're free to play because they're a part of the game's active player count, which not only gives Hoyoverse more power, but it also analytically helps them secure additional funding and financing in the future. So yes, even if you're free to play, you're still supporting them. Anyways, I'll leave it there. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and or subscribing for more. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one, which by the way, want to get to work on another Genshin video, so I should have that out today. Stay tuned.